behind him. But I think every team actually has that kind of a tell. Na'Vi as well. Whenever they do that A strat on Cobble with Guardian, etc., setting up the smokes, the Cease is always above drop room.
But that said, we are jumping into the pistol round now, finally, and we'll have a bit of an alley push coming out from Fnatic, splitting onto Yard as well, and looks like they want to finish onto that A-bomb site. But Titan have everybody in position here, ready to get the frags, and RpK, really nice angles behind this bomb train, and so far so good here, holding down the bomb train at the very least, but RpK still alive. Pushing out into an E-box. He's going to find himself 2 players to bomb as well. RpK is doing so much work for Titan at the moment. Just flusha and JW left, and they have lost the bomb. This is a dire situation, and Titan will completely shut that down.
Oh, that looked horrible for Titan at the beginning. Yeah, fairly straightforward push from Fnatic with 4 people in alley, and then having the one guy in pop. Freaking as a diversion. They sent shox and existence down to 2 and 1 HP respectively, within seconds of the round, and then RpK is able to sneak his way forward, as just pretty much RpK winning the round and saving Titan's bacon, because that should have given Fnatic enough space to get a bomb plant down.
Yeah, really bold stuff there from RpK, taking charge of the situation.
Yeah, especially if he goes down in that situation as well, then we have one guy stuck behind bomb train and another guy around alley that can't really do all that much.
And now this is going to get worse for Fnatic even still, because before they can even push into the bomb site through the choke points, their numbers will be thinned. Pronax will go down. Existence will take down a second player as well. KRIMZ will fall. And all of a sudden, things looking very bad for Fnatic. JW, though, is able to push out onto the site, and olofmeister gets himself a window of opportunity to abuse as well. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-on-3. And that bomb, though, is kind of far away.
Bomb is dropped, and Scream hasn't shown himself as of right now, so he can still play this. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Picks up olofmeister, so this position is going to be known. RpK picks up JW as well, and it's flusha alone. No bomb as well, so not a lot to accomplish for Fnatic right here in this round. Actually a pretty, well, okay, I say that. I was about to say a pretty failed force spy from their end, but, well, RpK is pretty low, so flusha could potentially pick up another frag and potentially get a bomb plant here.
Yeah, 3 kills already is actually pretty awesome, pretty respectable. If he's able to actually secure this plant, that is going to be devastating for Titan. They're going to have all kinds of pressure coming their way. flusha's actually looking for an engagement quickly as he'll go down to drop for the bomb plant there. And now comes Titan with 2 players. Again, RpK very low. If flusha finds him quickly, he could very well win this round with that Tech 9. Just going for the peek cell, spot the first player, and that's it. Scream will take the frag. Very important frag for Scream to find before RpK could have the possibility to go down. And bomb plant, 3 kills. Fnatic are loving this.
All of a sudden, have a very decent force spy from Fnatic. If flusha doesn't get that 3rd kill, then he won't have the opportunity to probably get the bomb plant down, because Titan, obviously knowing that RpK is in low HP, don't want to risk it too heavily. They want to kind of stick close together. They have to commit towards one bomb site, and that allows flusha to get the space to get that bomb plant on inner. Well, not surprisingly, not a full buy or anything like that from Fnatic just yet. That's going to be coming up in the next round. And, well, seems like they're setting up with quite a few smokes here, so they might just be looking for a bomb plant here, but Titan are playing pretty aggressively out in yard.
We might even see 2 AWPs in the next round for Fnatic. I've got a feeling they want to get the AWPs in there. But I do like this forward play from Titan. He's got Existence there, he's got support from Scream. As you're saying, the Existence-Scream combination is appearing to actually come into play here on Trade. olofmeister going to dive through the smoke, find himself a headshot, and we'll get trades all over the place here. This is not good news for Titan, losing 2 players, losing anybody at all, considering how much damage Fnatic have done in previous rounds. And they will get themselves a big buy now. Potentially they could have 2 AWPs if they want to, but I'm sure it'll just be J. Oh no, in fact they're going to go with no AWPs. Okay, just full grenades and have a bit of money in the bank as well.
Well, with the meta we've seen, quick-paced rounds, maybe you just want to get out into yard and take the gunfights as quickly as possible. Or if you want to push towards inner, very hard to get an AWP into a position where you can actually be useful early on. As of right now, Fnatic opting to take it fairly slow, pushing 2 people towards that inner bomb site, so they're on black walls right now. And, well, it's going to be a touchy-feely game from Fnatic. They just want to get a good idea of what Titan are doing. And Titan playing similarly to what they did in the Eco here, playing aggressively up by Electric Box, and just like that, Titan picking up 3 frags, only giving up Scream there in that exchange. And, well, no nades for Fnatic to work with either, so they're going to heavily rely on their aim here.
RpK Perfect positioning, and that's going to be that. The round closed out just like that. Really awesome stuff out in the yard there. That forward play is really important, and you can see exactly why. Problem is though, it can be a bit of a double-edged sword, because if one of the players goes down towards Pop Dog or T main, if you are playing close to those positions, the guy that goes down, he makes the other guy so vulnerable. And that's the problem. That's the main con of that play.
Yeah, there's no way the guy playing solely in alley is going to be able to hold back the entire Fnatic team pushing out on that. So, yeah, you more or less could win the entire round with 2 quick kills, or you can just instantly lose out. And well, aggression again coming in from Titan. This is a force buy from Fnatic as well. So catching olofmeister off guard, and that's a big kill as well. And Fnatic opting to play it slowly as well. They're going to have less to work with now. And Titan are just clearing out that LA area completely. So they have way less areas to work out or worry about.
And there's a kill from pronax pushing into the A yard. And SmithZz needs to get something done here with that AWP. shox will come in from Ali to pick up a kill onto pronax. That will make life a bit easier. So things going quite well here for Titan. Just a couple players left for Fnatic. More damage being done. KRIMZ gets 2 fast headshots with a Tech 9. Picks up that AWP. And he is looking for that next kill. That final kill. Will he catch RPK off guard? That's what it comes down to at this point. And this is why train A yard can be so hard. You never know where these T's are going to be lurking. And, there it is. RPK finds him first. But that can really go either way. But that's so interesting, because now we've got the situation where Titan are 5-0 up on the CT side. How train is working these days, that is a huge deal. To get 5 to 7 rounds is a really nice CT half.
Oh, absolutely. And it's weird to say that when you're talking about train.
I know, it's weird, right?
Normally they'd be like, yeah, if you can get 12 rounds, then you've done, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it used to be.
1.6 days.
Yeah. Well, even in Source as well. Hell, even at the start of CSGO, that was like, yeah, told us, yeah, you've done pretty all right. You got your 3 rounds on the T side. You've done all you could.
Times are a-changing.
Yeah, it definitely is. And right now, Titan looking pretty strong. They are losing quite a few members, though, every single round. And that's a bit of a worry. But as long as they're able to eke out rounds.
Right, as long as you can close. That's actually the big thing. Yeah.
But they're going to potentially have a big issue as soon as they lose that first round. That might send them into a downward spiral where Fnatic are able to build some momentum. And all of a sudden, we could be looking at a pretty okay half on Fnatic's end. And
that's also the justification for their kind of force up in the previous round. They're like, guys, we have been doing so much economic damage. We've been killing so many players every time. We get the force buy in now and just win here. We'll force them to ecos, and then boom, we will crush them. But it was not to be. The 5-0 is very real, and Titan are starting to build an economy. So Fnatic, there's actually a lot of pressure on them to start winning rounds right now, because, like, for example, if G2 could just say, like, if for G2, if they could always get 5 rounds on their CT side of train, they would win their every single train game against every team in the world, because their T sides are ridiculous because of how the current meta is. It suits them so well.
Well, and speaking of the current meta, we haven't really seen Fnatic play that fast-paced up till this point. So I'm expecting this to change if they can't find any luck with playing, well, rather slowly. Because they're having issues with these aggressive setups that Titan are doing. And again, you can see Scream and Existence doing the same thing all over again.
This too, with SmithZz here with close support. Very, very far forward with 4 players are Titan. And abandoning Ali, but that's also playing into the meta, because you don't get much Ali pressure with things as they are. But having just that one guy, that might be all you need.
It kind of reminds you of how Fnatic plays it on Cobblestone, with Olof kind of just being the sole warrior towards the end of the map. Picking up that, and that creates a lot of space. You can see how open and vulnerable the 2 players in Titan are, and I love this decision from Titan, pushing into aggressively in pop.
Yeah, this looks like it could be a very explosive and pretty effective round here for Fnatic with this push. They are going to make their way into the yard now. As you can see, they have abused the rotation from Titan, but that said, Existence will still find the kill onto flusha. Scream is going to keep things going for his team towards the A bomb train as well. So Fnatic, they've pushed with 2 players, but they've not gained any space, and SmithZz is going to get more than enough space of his own to actually work with there. Picks up the kill onto JW. olofmeister goes close. He gets tagged down to 3 HP, and wow, Titan survive with 4 players after losing shox to Ali. That is amazing.
Yeah, and I think it's largely because of the adaptation that Titan makes. As soon as they realize that they were way too open from alley, they can come from back alley, they can come out from 6 train, they can basically mess us up in every which possible way they want to, and they can sandwich us without us being able to reply at all. Having Existence push into pop, picking up that frag on flusha just slows everything down from Fnatic. Scream is able to get enough time to get back to the bomb train, and from there on out, just picking people off.
Man, there's so many people, I think myself included, you just want to see Titan do well. Everybody knows.
I'm one of those.
We all know. Like, just look at them. Look at their lineup. These guys, they can play some excellent Counter-Strike. And actually, that said, I thought this round would have been a little bit of a shutout here, but Fnatic have found a way back in. KRIMZ picking up a kill and JW doing quite a good job there. It will get finished off in the end. And but that's not so scary for Titan. After all, they've had two rounds rather that have been fairly clean.
Yeah.
And if you consider all the rounds previous to that, it's like night and day. So Titan is starting to find their pace. So this round finally will not really shake them as the previous ones did, and they'll find some more comfort going forwards with double AWP apparently. Yeah.
They've also been kind of lucky with who have died at what time. So RpK hasn't died, for instance, so he's just been a piggy bank for Existence, who's been dying the most out of everyone. So it hasn't really affected their economy too much overall, and you can see now Scream being the one dropping that previous round. Ooh. Random aggression coming in from that, and I think that's slightly unnecessary. What you've been doing so far has been working, so no real reason for you to change it up.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. And well, that's going to give Fnatic a much wanted opening frag here. They did get one in a couple of rounds ago with olofmeister picking up shoxy, and right now we're seeing some aggression coming in from the CTs on alley as well.
Maybe Existence feels like this is justified because they're 7 rounds to 0 right now, and they have money to buy, so they feel like, okay, if we crush them here, we basically like win the game. Maybe, he's feeling like that or something with this big risk. And well, he's putting it down to the individual skill of his teammates, and it's just SmithZz who's left alive after Fnatic systematically take player down after player. SmithZz comes in though. Oh, SmithZz with 2 fantastic shots now. He's in a 1-on-1 against JW. He's going to go for the hold, I think. He's in the smoke. JW is nowhere near, and SmithZz is going to clutch the round. Unbelievable stuff. Titan. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is fantastic.
Right now, Titan can do no wrong. They give away the opening frag. They get trades that obviously the SmithZz pick off in Blackwall.
French Rambo, man.
It's obviously going to be good for them, but they lose out, or they get an even trade with the guys pushing aggressively in the alley, and it creates so much space for Fnatic at that point.
The double ops is actually a good response too to what you would expect these days, which is it's not no smoke executes. We don't see that anymore.
Exactly. So much open
sense.
space for you.
Don't do it, man. Don't do that against shox, man. Not a good idea.
All right, now, I'm actually so surprised that we've seen Fnatic play so slow pace. I mean, it's fine that you're not doing smoke executions and whatnot, but you're really not putting too much pressure on Titan early on, to the point where Titan are able to set up in really, really solid crossfires and have these kind of dual attacks, especially what we've seen with Scream and Existence. And even the aggressive pushes in alley as well. You're allowing Titan to do so much on their own terms that it's going to be really hard for you to play against. Right now you can see just Fnatic players falling like flies, and RpK is having a great game right now.
Yeah, it really is. Existence too. I mean, everything seems to be working quite well here for Titan. 9-0 on the CT side is something that you don't see almost at all at the moment in top-level Counter-Strike. It's very rare, very seldom that you'll see a scoreline like this. And Fnatic, you know, they're one of the teams that are the best at playing the current style, which is getting your skilled players in there and just outskilling your opponents on these open angels on yard in the chaos of it all. But it's double op setup from Titan. It's responding well so far to Fnatic's aggression. And when will Fnatic actually win a round?
There you go. The first time we see olofmeister getting naded out into and towards that inside of the 6 train, and here's where he can work his magic.
So Existence is up here alone actually, but it looks like he's going to get a kill out of it. That's kind of nice considering he had no support. However, more frags coming the way of Fnatic right now. 4 in a row, leaving SmithZz alone, and he clutched before 1 versus 3. I don't know if that is going to happen again here. This is very, very difficult. He'll miss the first shot, and if you're going to clutch around like this, you can't afford to miss a single one. So he's going to realize this, back away out of these choke points that could have been dangerous to push through, and well, I mean, they're not even really that concerned on money. Right now, it's just, you couldn't be more carefree, I think, if you were Titan. Like, you have 9 rounds already. Like, you don't give a damn. Like, you don't give like, if Fnatic gets 6 in a row, you're still fine with this.
Oh, yeah. No, this is definitely a successful CT half for you if you're Titan, and, well, if you're anyone, really. And I'm kind of curious to see, knowing that they can put Fnatic in a really awkward situation here with winning the upcoming round. especially with Fnatic throwing away so many players here to take down SmithZz, which really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Oh yeah.
Given their money, I'm surprised to see what Titan decide to do. If they're actually gonna opt to
the ghetto game once the game is crashed, they'll restream. Essentially. Nice.
No, but yeah, if Titan are gonna play aggressively in that upcoming round, to just like you said earlier, when Existence pushed aggressive in pop, if they're gonna try to stick it to Fnatic and basically break them completely and win the game then and there. Yeah,
that's how it feels to me, like a move like that, because when you're playing against the really top teams, I feel like you want to try to get ahead of any adaptation that they can make. I think if you have a buffer like that, you can actually justify that pretty well. Because if you're playing against, let's say, any team that's not in the top 8, I think if you just play the basics, just keep it strong, really good fundamentals, you exploit their mistakes, and that's how you win games.
That should work, yeah.
But against like Fnatic, you actually expect, okay, we need to do something extra. We need to go to the extra mile to actually defeat this team. We can't just rely on them making more mistakes than us.
Yeah, and I think they've done obviously they've done a pretty good job so far. The one round they did push aggressively and eventually ended up winning because of SmithZz crazy stuff, right? I think it's okay. Like, you do that extra mile move once you figured out that Fnatic are trying different things.
Yeah, there you go.
Up to that point, Fnatic hadn't really done too much different, and well, we're back in the game. So 10-1 being the score in favor of Titan, and well, our bet's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's very true. Yeah, we made a good call there.
Obviously, we knew. We saw this coming from a mile away.
We always expected, Titan on paper, a lineup that you kind of expect to do big things. You don't almost ever see it, but you know that they can. That's the
They're
pain.
the ultimate teaser team.
Yeah, they are.
Because they should and they could.
Just like the old HellRaisers lineups.
Yeah.
That is just like, they can beat anybody. They're just there to ruin people's tournaments.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's all they're there for. It's kind of annoying, really.
It's like HellRaisers just playing amazing in the group stages, winning the group. Now, like, oh, it's finally happened. They're gonna do it. Go out in quarters instantly. Just get absolutely mauled. No, well, Titan haven't really taken it that far either. They just gonna drop out in group stages, which is sad. But right now, Titan looking pretty good. I mean, they have been boot camping, so high spirits all around, I would assume.
I think you can definitely, like, people can learn to exploit what they are doing, of course, because they need to have more strings to their bow than just Existence Scream playing forwards on the yard.
But this is a very good base for what you're doing, but finally Fnatic get a favorable trade here, 2-1.
There you go. And the pace there ruined SmithZz. He had no idea which way to look and when, and shox couldn't get into position to support him quickly enough and was too worried about Ali. And that fast, that high-octane chaos on yard, that is what completely crippled Titan here. And RpK, again, it's just a situation where, I mean, you're not even thinking about damaging. I mean, the best thing for him would be for him to get kills, actually, because Titan will always be able to buy, really. Maybe Fnatic, if they keep winning rounds, can maybe squeeze out an eco, but... Yeah. I mean, would you want RpK to go aggressive? We can check the money real quick just to get a good picture of it.
No, like, RpK is the one guy getting screwed in this situation. Yeah. And I think that's because he's been to the drop bot. You can see he's only died 3 times. Existence died 10, so I think he's the main culprit for RpK's weak economy. So for sure, if there's been one of the guys who was dead who had $500, you had 3-2, something like that, then you could go for a couple of kills. But
whoa, getting a lot of crashing here today.
It's back to the ghetto stream.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, I think it's definitely doable, but I think they just want to get a proper buy up. And it's like you said, they've already won the half. They've already had an excellent CT side, but I think Existence, instead of being content with that, he's going to be screaming and kicking about getting that 12th round. And
yeah.
So obviously you can go any which way, and both are acceptable. There's definitely value behind both potential ways of going. And
with Fnatic, you never take anything for granted. You can never take anything for granted.
Absolutely.
Whether you're playing them and they only have Glocks, or you're playing them and you've got a 12 rounds advantage. It is Fnatic.
Some of their best rounds so far have been force buys with pistols.
Exactly, yeah. They are just incredibly skilled.
Yeah. It's same thing with MV.
I was just going to say exactly the same thing, yeah. Just like MV, never take them for granted on any round.
Yeah, it's basically like playing versus a team with weapons 15 rounds in a row. which must be really frustrating because you're feeling like we're breaking them down slowly, bit by bit, but they always find Kevlar pistols. Like, it's always an option there, and you can never feel safe. But
it's pretty amazing actually watching Envious now as well, because they've got all these new toys to work with essentially as well. I mean,
with Kenny and Apex.
Exactly. Like, the skill is on the team is arguably higher because it's also how the skill is actually distributed as well. Because you've got before when you had you had shox in there as well. Like, shox is great. Yeah. But you want maybe a higher skilled AWPer than SmithZz or something.
Yeah. Like, well, before in the old lineups it was like this. Well, okay, we're off camera now, so that doesn't really. Well, this and this, obviously, you know what I mean, right? Yeah.
We can go back to that point later. We're back into this one, guys. Last round of the first half. Titan with a very dominant showing, finally forced to an eco. Took Fnatic long enough to get them there.
Took 15 rounds.
But here it is. And Scream does have an AK. And it's 4-4 here right now as well. So I have to see whether or not Fnatic can get another pick. They want to play this really safe.
Yeah, understandably. They need every round they can get at this point. And Titan, they seem to be happy about the fact that they got an okay trade on that inner bomb site. So they just kind of left everyone to their own devices. They're actually surprised to see them rotate towards inner here. At this point, you're playing at such a deficit in terms of weapons that, that's the bomb. Oh
no, that's bad. And that's the AK for existence as well. He's got some Kevlar too. He's got a flashbang. He's going to pop flash himself out. And the distraction for SmithZz. This is a recipe for disaster. SmithZz is going to get the backstab. There it is, the frag and the AK. Oh my god, it's olofmeister now. He has to kill 3 players. He's got the first one. And he does have some time to work with, 30 seconds.
Rotation though, already in for Titan.
Yeah, Scream as well, I believe. And he's got that AK. He is below. And this is a nasty angle. Olof's going to have to peer all the way over and look directly down to spot him. And SmithZz is going to be coming in as well. And this is very smart from olofmeister, using all of the time here. But he is going to have to plant almost immediately. He will find an engagement. Scream's going to tap his head off. Wow, that was ridiculous. That was the one thing, the one way you lose that round is dropping the bomb in Pop Dog. That's like the one way that you lose that round. And that's exactly what happened.
It's like, well, you have that saying, right? Yeah. And in certain situations, you have to think of.
I think even Thorin's been quoting that now.
Yeah,
as well,
exactly.
Yeah.
He did.
I'm getting some credit.
Yeah, exactly. What's the one possible way that I can lose this round from here on out?
This is like I think this thing, I learned this in StarCraft actually from somebody, and because in StarCraft it's even more pronounced, because in StarCraft you can get some leads where it's like there is only one way. Like, what is the one thing that can happen? I just need to think about that. Yeah. Prepare for that.
Well, second pistol is on the way, and Titan already pushing out into yard. pronax gonna start off with a kill on Shoxy, but SmithZz returns onto pronax as well, and their RPK pops up from Pop Dog, and Scream follows up with the aggression from Ali, and all of a sudden, all of Fnatic are gone. It's all down to flusha, and they have to win this pistol.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is just brutal. Fnatic are getting thrown into like a washing machine.
Yeah, no, they're being taken for a ride. Like, this is just like the Titan snowball turned into an avalanche. Like, judging from the odds prior to the game, you would have believed that the 92% or whatever it was would have been on Titan.
We should have gone all in.
I said so. I said so. Yeah, we can blame James for that, right? Or should we just blame Reese?
Okay, pretty Reese, I think, can take the blame. He can handle it. He can handle it. Okay, 3 Mac 10s. I like it. I like it. And I like this anti-force buy as well from Titan so far. They're all moving in together with those Mag 10s. And okay, that said, these kills are still coming in. These CZs of Fnatic. In goes Existence though with the spray down, and Existence was a player we did, or you actually wanted to go for our Alpha Draft pick, and he's been doing quite well, I would say, so far for Titan. He's been a key player, and we'll see the bomb get planted as well. So Fnatic's flusha is left alone in this impossible. This is completely impossible.
This is completely impossible. No kit, no armor, has a mag 7. It's like, and he has to go out into yard. It's like, that's
the hardest site. That is the hardest site of the entire game, I would say. For retake.
Yeah, you just hate yourself. There's so many angles you have to check. There's so much long range distances as well. So if you don't have the proper weaponry, you're probably screwed regardless.
And unlike some bomb sites, in this one, you can't even take it for granted that you've cleared spots, because people can move around the trains. So you always have to be like 360 degrees, like concerned with 360 degrees. Always. It's horrendous. It's like my worst nightmare. Oh my god, we've got crash number 3, I think. All right, guys, this is going rather well.
Well, I mean, yeah, CS is...
It's fine.
CS is having a rough time. Same thing with Fnatic.
Yeah, Fnatic. Yeah, maybe that's what's happening right now. CS is like Fnatic losing like this. What? Crash.
I can't understand.
Yeah, they're just trying to breaking all the variables of the game and creating something new.
Yeah. No, so Fnatic, they don't want to go for ties, so they're gonna have to force up again. flusha, I think, ended up finally saving the Mag 7. Yeah, exactly. You know, I guess it's more of a golf clap for that one, but we'll see what he's going to be able to do with that. I think he's going to have to play. Obviously, he's going to have to play close up, whether that's inside of pop, aggressively in lower on inner bomb side, that type of thing. Remains to be seen, but right now I don't really see that many chances for Fnatic to making it back.
No, they're getting kind of wrecked at the moment, which is quite fun to see from Titan. Hey, it's Titan, man.
Yeah. First Titan. I was like, it was Schadenfreude, just like, haha, Fnatic are losing. There's like, I bask in the glory of Fnatic fanboys' tears, like that type of thing. Or no, but yeah, obviously I agree with you there. It's really fun to see Titan playing well.
And when they win, it feels like Christmas.
Yeah, it really does.
Christmas come early.
Yeah, just birthday and Christmas all mashed together.
Oh yeah, it's quite interesting actually. The match after this, which I imagine will probably start fairly promptly. I'm not sure what time it is now actually, but by the way, the next one is actually Envious and IP, and I'm saying this because I think this one's kind of over. Yeah, kind of over.
I don't think anyone would blame me for saying that at this point. Yeah. It feels fair enough to say it's what, 14? Yeah, 14-3.
Let's go back to the game now. So we apologize for the technical issues.
Okay, 14-4. So
and we'll do our utmost to try to make sure this doesn't happen again. This is kind of weird. Anyway,
so I would assume that Fnatic actually won that round since we got Tech9 on Titan. So that saved Mag 7 from flusha. Did all it had to do.
Oh yeah. Love me a Mag.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and
lots of nades on Titan still. So opting to go with heavy nades instead of getting an AK or Galil in that sense. So probably gonna see, given how they're set up, a smoke execute with a Molotov across the lane, or maybe between the sandwich area between the bomb plant and the second train.
Okay, now I'm looking to see how they're going to shut down connector as well. It's a big deal. Also, though, we've got, I believe this flusha close to the Mag 7. Oh my god, they're going down immediately there on the bomb site. And Titan have themselves a great situation on the post plant. It's just Olof and pronax left. They're in the yard. But Titan have players all over the place. pronax will find a quick one through the smoke here. He's going to get himself a second. And it's all on Existence. This is turning so quickly. Existence with the third kill. It's just on pronax. In-game leader versus in-game leader. And Existence has a massive health advantage. pronax goes in for the peek, and he'll get the kill as well to save Fnatic. But they lost every single player in that round, and the bomb went down. This is still a horrible situation for Fnatic.
Yeah, it's not a perfect situation, but when you find yourself down this much, just a round win is all you can ask for. That should have been a Titan round. Really, they survived with 4 people.
4 versus 2.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake they did was actually that they didn't push their momentum forward. When they get down 3 people from Fnatic so early on, they have a lot of time. Even though it's a quick rotation from Fnatic coming into the inner bomb site, they still have time to push forward and get more map control and make the retake so much harder for Fnatic. But, well. Fnatic with a bit of a shoddy buy once again. Tech9's coming out from Titan, though.
Oh, love it. I love this close shotgun, like headshots. Those are awesome. They feel so good.
The brutality.
It feels good. It feels good, man. Okay, 14-6. Fnatic start the ascent. A steep climb. Will be a steep climb indeed. Lots of baguettes on the way. Stale baguettes.
They're bouldering right now, with no safety net.
Yeah, was it called free solo climbing? Yeah.
That's what Fnatic are doing right now. We've got an op on SmithZz here. And
I like that analogy.
Yeah, somewhat surprising that they're going to go quickly inner here, but worked pretty nicely last time. SmithZz is going to get taken out, though, so no luck with that op, but they're going to get a bomb plant down here. They're kind of stuck, though, so their afterburn position is really awful at this point.
There is no way that you can win a round like this. When you seems like a really weird round to me, because you got the situation right where, okay, and this is one of my pet peeves about this map, is when teams throw in the B site push when they have no way in their execute to take connector, because that's like the big. If you want to win the round, that's what you need to do. You need to stop players getting out of connector, because once that happens, it's very, very likely you'll lose, because you've got nowhere to fall back to. Really, you fall back into horrible positions usually. So you need to take that. Angles. But what it is good for is getting a bomb plant. Sometimes if you just want to get a bomb plant or just put some pressure on their economy for like kind of guaranteed, that's a good round. But that's a round they needed to win, and now they're giving Fnatic an easy in back into the map, economically speaking.
Yeah, you know what you're talking about with getting that safe bomb plant. That's something you would do on an eco round. Exactly. Yeah, that's the weird thing. Not a force buy round or something where you dump all of your cash into. But obviously, I think good nades from Fnatic did help. Yeah. So they were locked in. They couldn't push forward without being completely in the open. That's a good point. Yeah, it was a good defense there from Fnatic as well. Would have liked to have seen that yard push. Maybe we'll see it when they have money next. You can see a scream. It's just the teasing. Finally, he's going to go down, and Existence don't have much left to work with. And we'll see Existence fall finally. So 14-8 now the score, and Fnatic can absolutely win from this position if Titan are not making good calls when they are in positions like we saw there when they went with that inner play. Yeah. You've got to be careful. The biggest thing for me is that I don't want to see Titan in a bit of situation where they continuously buy 2 AKs and 3 Tech 9s and a lot of smokes. Even though sure it's powerful, but you have so many rounds to play off of that. While you have the luxury of throwing away around here and there for the better of your economy, then you should do it. You should take that. This is a threat thing as well. Threat would always say, how can we get the most buys as possible the remaining rounds? That's the situation they're in, because they just need to win 2 rounds. So you need to maximize the amount of buy rounds that is, because buy rounds is where you get the biggest percentage chance of winning the rounds. So, or at least you want to have as many of them as possible. And again, Titan going for that inner push. Here it is. flusha's close. He can absolutely ruin the Titan lineup if he's good. And that's the first kill. They need to take him down. He'll get a second frag up high. And that is going to be fantastic for Fnatic. It's going to buy them a lot of time and space to move in through connector and get that retake happening. They've got a nice spread of players moving in as this unit. And there's JW onto Scream. RpK. He needs something big. He's the first frag onto olofmeister. How much more can he get done from that position? shox on the lurk here. Not spotted just yet. That could be the play that secures this one for Titan. RpK still going at it as well, leaving JW all alone. And what an excellent display of individual skill out of RpK and shox to pull that round off. That was actually one of the rounds where initially it looked like a super good round for Titan because the rotation was so slow towards that inner bomb site, but then flusha picks up those 2 frags. And by the time Titan actually get the bomb plant down, they know all of Fnatic have rotated in. So you would have imagined that, well, if Fnatic are able to win rounds where the rotations aren't as quick or they're not in place at the right time, then they should definitely win a round like that. RpK, RpK just feasting it. Just had to go hero mode in that situation. Oh, leg shot coming in from SmithZz, but player advantage in favor of Fnatic here. And they do actually have a pretty decent buy here, actually full buy. More or less an op on olofmeister, not JW in this situation. The Bombers moves its way towards Ali. That's usually a very committed spot, and Existence goes in for a double. Oh my god, he gets 3 players straight away. That's phenomenal there from the in-game leader. This guy is definitely a new version, Existence 2.0, as we move into this one. But pronax is showing that he's got the skills as well. Gets 3 players, just picks them apart, and now it's down to SmithZz in this one-on-one. And he's going to take the bomb through in a unbelievable series of frags here from either team. Anything I can do, anything you can do, I can do better. It's fantastic. Leader version. Oh, and the correct prediction on the pronax. Oh, those shots missed by SmithZz. He'll get another opportunity though. pronax will fall back. But how does SmithZz get his way in here? He can play the bluffing card right now because, of course, he can't go pop dog. That's the fear from pronax. And SmithZz wants to catch him. Oh, pronax gets it done. He's going to keep Fnatic in the running in this train game here for the FACEIT League. 59 though, it is still very, very difficult, but Fnatic, they are somehow bringing themselves back into this. Yeah, no, that can't really count for that. The second Existence picks up 3 frags, you're thinking to yourself, well, that's it. Yeah, GG, that's the GG right there. And that's the GG. But no, pronax, man, stepping it up. And that's great to see. When pronax goes huge, it's always really fun to watch. Yeah, the only problem is that he's the guy leading the charge now, and everyone else is falling behind. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh god,
this
the Deagles,
really happening.
the CZs, the P250s, the pistols roaming into the site. JW now with his CZ is doing some legendary work as well. Couple kills coming in and just two really low players here. flusha, last man standing, existence there with the Deag. He will go down, but that's so much damage done by Titan in that round. That was a very effective pistol push. You can see the impact that that's had on the economy of Fnatic here. Look at it. They don't really have all the nades that they would want in this round.
Yeah, olofmeister and KRIMZ being more or less completely bare. Well, okay, there we go.
Okay.
olofmeister finally spends the rest of his money, but well, I guess at this point it doesn't really matter if Fnatic loses a lot of money because they're not going to have one more round to play off of if Titan win a round. So they're going to be fine, and well, Titan, pretty decent buy. Scream going to get a little shox on a Tech 9, but they're going to push quickly inside. They know that flusha is all by himself here.
And very, very fast entry here. Big rotation coming in, but Titan has set up the flank as well. shox is going in with the Tech 9 from behind. Will he even be required at this point? Looks like perhaps not, because we've got a lot of players from Titan pushing up. Finally, RPK, the damage man, is being taken out, but this is the play. shox goes in, he will take down JW on that lurk, and look at the presence he gives his team, just sitting there in connector. Fnatic know they have to worry about this flank, but they don't have the time to afford such worries, and the fire is going to take pronax. Well, shox is going to do everything himself, taking the last two players, and Titan will win 16-10. Now, and if we look at this, Fnatic, what did they get on the first half? They got 4 rounds.
I think it was 3.
12-3, 11-4. It's one of the two.
3, yeah.
So they either got 5 or 6 rounds on their CT side there. That's like Fnatic played a pretty decent CT side. They were doing quite well from what you would expect. It's just that CT side of Titan was absolutely blinding.
Oh,
really good.
No, it was really crazy good. And what was cool to see as well, you mentioned it, the fact when you get into a position where, you know, not talking about Titan's T side, when they go towards that inner bomb side, which they did for the most of their T side actually, if you don't put yourself in a position to push forward to cut off connector, you're going to lose. And every time Titan pushed aggressively towards connector, they won the rounds.
It feels like I feel like I kind of can see what one of the factors that they're going with is that lurk in shox. They're really trying to play a lot into shox, trying to being in a position to close the round out, like we saw there, where you know their Titan team really delays the CTs a lot just from moving down. That gives shox the right amount of timing. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure how reliable that is, but clearly we'll see more of that in the future.
Yeah, I think the biggest downfall of playing heavily or relying heavily on shox in a situation like that is depending on what kind of bomb plant you get. Because oftentimes Titan were more focused on getting a quick bomb plant rather than getting a potentially good after plant position for the bomb. So if shox is pushing around and you've planted in the standard spot, he's not going to be able to do anything about anyone diffusing from the connector area. Yeah. So if he's the sole guy left alone, you know, it's great. You're going to get him from a new angle. He might be able to pick up one frag, but you know, there's a very high possibility of one of the Fnatic players, if they have a kit, to just sit on the bomb and defuse it from there on out.
Indeed. Well, this time will secure the victory, which is amazing to see them playing so well. But we have another awesome match set up for you guys. We've got NIP and Envious. It will be on Dust 2 coming up after the break.